Morning D1, happy Tuesday. Let's go ahead and let's look what our jobs are for today. So first things first, you can see, remember it is conference week. I had a wonderful day yesterday getting to brag about you guys, some of you guys to your parents, and so that was a lot of fun. So just make sure that you are being cognizant of the fact that Miss Walsh will not be available around 12 every single day because I will be in conferences. So when you are completing your work, if you have questions, please try and ask before 12 o'clock. Otherwise, after 12, just keep in mind that Miss Walsh is not going to respond right away because I'm doing back-to-back conferences. And so I really only have small, short breaks in between each one. So just please be flexible and patient and just keep that in mind. So now looking at our assignments for today, it is the week of the 16th through the 20th, and it is Tuesday. We're going to go ahead, we're going to scroll down, and you're going to see first things first, we have our morning work. Remember, we're talking about comparative adjectives. Comparative adjectives are when we are comparing, remember, compare and contrast, two or more nouns. And so your job, you have the video again, it's the same video from yesterday. I noticed some friends thought it was helpful, others not entirely. So if you ever feel like this video wasn't helpful, just let Miss Walsh know and I can always find you another video that would be helpful, or we can always talk about it as well. But moving on to slide number 2, you can see you are given sentences, and so you're looking at 4 different sentences. These are the examples above. You need to decide if it's going to be a comparative adjective, meaning you add just an ER to the end, or is it superlative where you add EST to the end. So, for example, you're going to read the sentence, number 3, and you need to decide, is it going to be quieter or quietest? Louder, loudest, older, oldest, and then younger, youngest. So you need to decide, read the sentences, decide, are they comparing it between 2 different people, or are they saying out of all the people, they are the most this? So just keep that in mind while you are completing this activity. Then you have your journal prompt, and today it is Top 10 Tuesday. And for Top 10 Tuesday, you are going to be writing a top 10 list of things you like about school. As you can see here, Braylon asked, well, can I do what I wish to have at school? Totally. So go ahead, if between those two, your options are writing a top 10 list of things you like about school, or things you wish you had at school. Those are going to be your options. Remember, for your choice number 1, you need 5 to 6 sentences explaining why that's your number 1 choice. So, for example, if your number 1 choice for things you wish we had at school was a water park, explain why should we have a water park at school. 5 to 6 sentences. Keep that in mind. All right, then we have our Zoom at 9 o'clock. I look forward to seeing you guys then. We're going to be discussing, reviewing main idea, so just keep that in mind. Then you have your PE Zoom at 10 o'clock. You're going to pick the friend over here who is stretching over in the corner, and it's going to take you straight to the class website again, and you click the orange button. All the information is below. Miss Walsh's big head is in the way though. So you're going to see we have our meeting ID and passcode right over here. Then you have your break. You deserve it. After zooming back to back, you need that break. And then you're going to come back and you're going to do your prefix and suffix practice. You're going to click the YouTube icon, and it's going to take you right there. Again, my friends who have been practicing this every single day, those are the friends I'm noticing are doing a lot better on their assignments. They're reading assignments because they're not only learning how to pronounce these words, but they're also understanding how they change words, right? So if we have the prefix pre, we know that means before, and so they know when they see the word preheat, that means to heat beforehand, right? And so my friends who are practicing this, I'm so proud of you because I can definitely see how it's helping you to become a stronger reader. So awesome job. Then we have our main idea and key details review. you're going to go ahead and press the orange book. We're going to again talk about main idea again today. We are going to be pros at being able to find the main idea. You're going to go ahead, you are going to click on it, and it's going to be the same setup as yesterday. Mine looks a little bit different because this is the teacher side of it, so this is how it looks, but you are going to go ahead, you are going to type your name, then you're going to see it's going to ask you to press next, you're going to come down here, and there's going to be a story. If you need the story to be read, or if you would like the story to be read to you, there is a link right here that you will click and it will read it to you. An audio will pop up. Then you need to tell me, what is the main idea? What is the one thing that they want you to take away from this article? Then you're going to go ahead, you are going to pick 3 details that support your main idea. And then you're going to do it one more time for another story. So that is going to be your job for main idea this morning. Then you have lunch. After lunch is your place value and rounding review. So you're going to go ahead and click the math symbols. And it's going to be, again, the same thing that we did yesterday, where it's going to be that same, that similar setup. You're going to go ahead, you're going to put your name. The one thing that is different about this one versus the one we did yesterday is there's not going to be multiple choice. So that means you need to be very careful about what you type into these responses. Now, if you go back and read the directions, it says, please note that the short answer responses are picky. So, if you know you got an answer marked wrong by mistake, please kindly let Miss Walsh know. So, these guys are really sensitive and they're super picky. And so if you do like an extra space, they freak out and they say, wrong, even though your answer might be right. So just keep that in mind, and you can just kindly leave Miss Walsh a private comment. Please do not blow up making all these class comments. We've had that issue before. Just leave me a private comment. Say, hey, Miss Walsh, can you check problem number 2 for me? I think I got it right, but it says it's wrong. No problem, and I'll go ahead and I'll check it out for you. And if it was correct, I'll give you the point. So just keep that in mind. It's really easy for Miss Walsh to go back and fix it, but just keep that in mind. So while you're filling these out, just try and be really careful about how you respond. And so you can see a lot of these, or all of these, are referring to rounding. You got to pay close attention because it's asking for nearest 100. But then it switches and asks you for nearest 10. So keep that in mind when you are providing your answer. Pay close attention, nearest 10 or nearest 100. Then finally, you have iReady reading, 30 minutes, and then it's cleanup. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, I look forward to seeing you guys at our Zoom. All right, bye D1.